All right. Shalom, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, taught me this truth. Shalom to the elect, pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four quarters of the earth, Lord willing, would be of that number. Shalom to the 144,000 first and foremost. It's your brother Tabaya Yakona coming at you with a quick lesson in Lord willing and edifying. You know, we just had the Francis Scott Key Bridge get taken out by the Dali. It was a harbor freight ship named the Dali. All right, and when you go into Francis Scott Key, he was the author of the Star Spangled Banner. You know, go into the Star Spangled Banner. That's the national anthem of America, which is Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures. And so when you go into that, you know, at the end of it says the home of the free, land of the free, home of the brave. You know, it's kind of the basis, the foundation of the American dream. You know, all wrapped in a song. All right, I just thought it was kind of symbolic, looking at it, that this ship, the Dali, it's like it, named after a. When you go into Dali, I believe it says the name of this ship, the namesake of the ship, is basically short for Salvador Dali, who was a kind of a wacko artist, bizarre, did a lot of technical, bizarre type of imagery in his artworks. All right, when you go into Salvador Dali, he was from Spain. He might even been a 1948er if you check this paragraph out. This is from Wikipedia. It says he returned to Spain in 1948, where he announced his return to the Catholic faith. Okay, we know Catholic means universal. Catholic also goes into the false prophet. That's in the Revelation, the 17th chapter, I believe. Or is it the 16th chapter? Yeah, the 16th chapter. The 13th verse. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon. Right, that dragon represents the NATO and the EU. And out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. You know, those three unclean frogs. DC with the military might. London with their super elite bankers. And the Vatican, which is the religious portion of this dragon. Okay. It says, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Yeah, the false prophet is referring to the Vatican, you know, the Catholics, you know. So, hey, this guy was definitely, you go into him, he's definitely juiced in. You look into reading on, it says the Catholic faith and developed his nuclear mysticism style, quote, nuclear mysticism style. That's what he called it. You know, when you go into nuclear, it's kind of like the epitome of science, you know. Hey, that's how this whole place is going to be destroyed. Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed, man, by nuclear ICBM missiles, man. Okay? Nuclear fire. All right? And so this guy, he patterned himself, he developed his style, quote, nuclear mysticism. All right. This is based on his interest in classicism, mysticism. And, you know, you go into mysticism, that's basically witchcraft. and recent scientific developments. See? So, he's that futuristic kind of guy. Matter of fact, if you go into him a little more, I think he goes into futurism. A characteristic of his art is characterized by futurism. Certain of his art pieces, you could see. I think he has a picture of what the world ignorantly calls Jesus and Christ, the anointed, without a crown of thorns, without nails in his hands. Which to me it just depicts that he's trying to say that there's no suffering in his idea of what's to come, man. In his futuristic vision of the world to come, man. So you see the checkerboard. Anyways, yeah, so it was just kind of symbolic from my point of view, that you had this ship called the Dali, representing the future, crashing into basically a foundational a monument, a bridge named after the Star Spangled Banner. That making it foundational is that it was named after the man who created the Star Spangled Banner. And that's just a foundational piece to everybody, to the American dream, the idea of America. You come over here, as I'm saying this, I'm watching people cross the border right now on television. Issachar floating on blow up mattresses, air mattresses, crossing the what looks to be like the Rio, or some portion of the border. Families, everybody trying to get here. That's a spirit, but they don't understand that this place is Babylon the Great, man. All right, this is the whore that rides the beast back, man. Let's grab that real quick to make that point. All right, this is Revelation chapter chapter 17 and verse 3. This is John the Revelator having visions of the end of times, the latter days, which we're in, on the Isle of Patmos, which he was banished to by the Romans. He was catching visions, so that he wrote these down so that we can get them to this day, man. So we're in a very beautiful position to be in, man. Very fortunate position to be in, to have the eyesight of the sea, So Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai for that. But Revelation 17 and 3, so he carried me away in the spirit in the wilderness, and I saw a woman, that woman is America, sit upon a scarlet-colored beast. That scarlet-colored beast is NATO and the EU. Full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. 7 heads represent the kingdoms that are basically in power, and the 10 horns represent the financial portion that support those kingdoms. Okay. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, which represents royalty. So everybody looks upon this whore, Babylon the Great, America, as a place to be, as a high standing position of social status, where you want to be. All right. It says, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, right? Lavish, having a golden cup in her hand, right? Golden cup, full of abominations and filthiness in her fornication, right? That cup is filled with dreams of basically do as thou wilt, man. adultery is looked past. Covetousness is looked past. All the things that the scriptures speak about, you know, you can do whatever you want to do, basically. You know, Alphabet Crew is exalted. All right, it says and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. So this place is the mother of whores. you know, you got the apple cider vinegar with the mother at the bottom that produces, the substance for the apple cider vinegar. This is the mother of all the hoes, all the whores. You see that with the women in America. They're all whores. But anyways, yeah. So I just want to bring out this in closing real quick, because on the back of the dollar, we speaking of futurism. On the back of the dollar, you got this annuit septus, all right, which means I approve or I favor, and then at the bottom, you got Novus Ordo Seclorum, which goes into a new order of ages. Okay. All right. And it's the great seal of the United States. Again, Babylon the Great. All right. And who favors the new world order? The God of this world. The God of this world is Shaitan. The scriptures speak about the God of this world blinding the eyes of the people. Okay. All right. This is ultimately Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. This is how they want to seal the deal of that NWO, that new world, that new age, new ordered age, with the charagma. You go into the word mark in Revelation 13 and 16, and you got G5480 charagma, which is a graven mark or a sculpture. A sculpture in the form of the RFID micro C-hip that they want to put in your right hand or in your forehead. Okay. Right. And I'll end it off with this. Hey, because this devil think that he gonna get away with it. He think that he's gonna be able to get away. Why? Because Ezekiel 28:2, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord, power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, and in the midst, so like in the midst of the seas are the people, yet thou art a man and not God. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High. This is what this devil does. He sets his heart as the most. He thinks he's the Most High. He thinks he's God. Okay. Let's go to Luke 8 and 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad, right? So that's the point. They can do all these things in secret for those that are juiced in, but it's all going to be brought to light, man. And nothing gets past the spirit, man. All right. So Lord willing, that was edifying. Giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai Shem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect. Shalom.